Hello everyone, my name is Stephen Murray, the host of The Gift of Giving. Thank you for joining us this week, and for those of you who are tuning in for the very first time, this program focuses on the foundations, non-profits, 501c3s who are making a huge difference in the state of Nevada. And to that end, we have our guest this week, Joyce Haldeman from the Giving Machines, and we have Taylor Palmer from Spread the Word Foundation. So welcome to the program, both of you. Thank you for taking time out of your schedules to be with us.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
Oh, it's a pleasure. So, Joyce, would you like to tell us a little bit about Giving Machines? It's a relatively new concept, so could you talk to us a little bit about how it works?
Giving machines are simply amazing. They are reverse vending machines. And so what I mean by that is you would go to a vending machine. Normally, you and I might pick out a soda or a candy bar, a bag of chips. When you go to this machine, you will see a series of nonprofits who have identified specific items that they need to serve the people, that their clients, that help them with their mission. And you select one of those items, you swipe your credit card, and that gift is then given to that foundation for that specific purpose.
My goodness. Who came up with that idea, I wonder?
It's
a marvelous idea.
It truly is. It actually is a part of the Light the World campaign that is sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Okay. And in 2017, they came up with this idea. There was a single vending machine in downtown Salt Lake City, and it was so popular that the lines were blocks long. And so from that, it has expanded across the globe. There are now 61 locations this year across the globe, and we are very fortunate that here in Las Vegas we'll have 2 locations. We'll be in downtown Summerlin, where we have been since 2019. They're wonderful hosts to us and make us feel like we're at home there on the Giving Machine corner. And this year, for the first time, we will be in the district at Green Valley Ranch. And so we're really excited about that.
Cool. So you've got 2 machines here in southern Nevada. Do you have any in the other parts of Nevada, or right now is it just in Las Vegas?
Just in Las Vegas. And we actually have 2 machines in downtown Summerlin and 2 machines at the Green Valley. So
gotcha.
There are 2 different vending machines.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And do you plan on expanding?
Well, we were really lucky that they let us move to the district this year so that we could add. We have 5 local nonprofits in each vending machine, so 5 in downtown Summerlin, 5 different local nonprofits in the district. So that's 10 local nonprofits that get to benefit from this. And then we have 3 global nonprofits that we work with too.
Gotcha. So when this money goes into these machines, well, first of all, how big are these machines?
They're vending machines. They are just like if you were going up to a Coke vending machine, you will see this. The only difference is that when you make the selection and you paid for it, where a bag of chips would fall down to the bottom, a styrofoam card with a photo of what you have purchased falls down to the bottom. You don't get to take the card. We saved costs by making them, we recycled them, we put them back up and when people purchase them again. But you have the satisfaction of watching that card fall to the bottom and you know that you have purchased that item. This is especially wonderful for families. Little children love this. They spend a lot of time picking out what thing they think is most important. We've noticed that, for example, if we have eyeglasses in the machine, if a child wears eyeglasses, that's what they want to purchase for someone else.
Gotcha.
It's wonderful.
Cool. So now you had them here last year. I'm sure each organization gets differing amounts because different people can pick different things. But in total, how much did you raise approximately for all these organizations?
So let me just give you a little bit of information about our stats over the years. So in 2017, 1 machine in Salt Lake City. In 2019, it's the first year that we were here in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. And so this is actually in 2023. We've been here for a while. Over the period of time we've been in Las Vegas, the Giving Machines have raised $22 million here in Las Vegas.
That's incredible.
Last year alone, we raised $560,000, and that was at the downtown Summerlin location. And of that $560,000, $343,000 were for local nonprofits right here in Southern Nevada, so that went directly into the coffers here to help people in our community. And $217,000 went to those global nonprofits. That's where people buy chickens or a goat or a beehive or something that makes a huge difference to a family living in poverty someplace else in the world. In fact, one of the success stories that we have from that is that one of the locations that received chickens, they were able to create a family business and reproduce chickens and sell eggs, and then they created, reproduce more and more chickens. You know how that part works. Mm-hmm. And they have such a successful business now that the Giving Machine nonprofit purchases their chickens from this family that was the beneficiary of a set of chickens.
Wow.
And they've become completely self-sufficient.
There you go. Now, Spread the Word is one of the beneficiaries this year.
We are, yes.
So, would you like to tell us what that was like when you received news? You've heard them talk about the amounts that they're raising and that you're going to be one of the beneficiaries. What was it like for you when you heard that news? Because you're the Director of Program Development, right?
Yeah, Director of Development, yes. It was very surreal when we got the email. I remember getting it very vividly, and I ran down to our volunteer manager's office who had sort of been assisting us, and I was like, Sharon, we got the email! And we were elated. Not only because it raises so much money for so many programs that need the help, but it's just a great family activation for the holidays, and it's something to look forward to, even for us, right? A lot of times in the holidays, nonprofits, we get into the same pattern of doing things, and this is just such a fun departure from what we usually get to do too. And it helps get the message out about all of the, different organizations that are participating and the different missions that we're all trying to fulfill. So all around, it was just so exciting. We couldn't wait. And it was the very first thing that went out in an email the next morning to the whole staff. And we said, get ready. We're going to need everybody. So yeah, we're thrilled. Absolutely thrilled.
Sure. And when we come back in the next segment, we're going to talk about the beneficiaries and what they actually do. So you can talk to us in the next segment a little bit about what Spread the Word actually does. And how do you pick out your beneficiaries? Is there an application process that people go through, or is it a board decision or one person?
I will tell you, it's the worst part of Giving Machines because there are so many worthy, wonderful nonprofits.
Of course there are, yes.
And as the success of Giving Machines has increased, so has the interest in being a beneficiary, as you can imagine. Yes. Last year we had 43 nonprofits apply to be in the Giving Machine for 10 slots, and so that was really challenging. But we do have an application process. We usually do it, we started around April. I have to have a little bit of time after we finish the Giving Machine slog through the months of November and December, but we have an application, and then the application is scored by a community committee that has some specific criteria that they look for. We look for how many people do they serve, what is their administrative overhead at their organization, do the organizations provide opportunities for people in the community to volunteer. Volunteerism is actually one of the foundational parts of the Giving Machines. We want people to be able to have the experience of giving back to the community. Yes. So we look for these different criteria of things that we're looking for. And then it's narrowed down, and then it does go to an executive committee. We also have to look at the same time to make sure that we don't have nonprofits whose missions are overlapping, so that in the machine you're thinking, do I want to buy purchase food for this organization or purchase food for this organization?
Yes.
We don't want that decision. We want them to be able to purchase food.
Food. Gotcha. Hold that thought, Joyce. We're going to take a little break for a few seconds to hear from one of our sponsors. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
I started my career in financial services during the Great Recession, one of the worst markets we've ever been through. That challenging period was full of uncertainty, but every challenging period has its opportunities. Investing should never be like gambling. Your financial future is far more important. No one knows what the future holds, but here at Lucia Capital Group, our bucket strategy can help you prepare for whatever lies ahead. I'm Joshua Dowden. I've been working with clients for more than 16 years, and I can help you as well. My office is right here in the heart of Summerlin, just north of Charleston Boulevard. Don't let the stock market determine the quality of your retirement. Call me today for a free consultation at 702-508-6421. That's 702-508-6421.
And thank you, Joshua Darden at Lucia Capital Group, for all the sound financial advice you've given me over the years so I can have a nice retirement. And I thank you for sponsoring this program. And now, Joyce, getting back to these machines that you've got in downtown Summerlin and Green Valley. These are huge shopping complexes. And how are people going to find these machines? Are you going to have volunteers dressed as clowns or waving balloons or something like that?
We were wondering if you could come with one of those spinning sandwich signs. No, the giving machines, they are vending machines, but they're housed in a kiosk. And the kiosk has lights and they're easy to find. But let me tell you exactly where they are. In downtown Summerlin, they are east of Macy's, across from where the Santa Chalet is. And so right in front of a restaurant called Makers and Finders. That's where you can find the one in downtown Summerlin. Okay. In the district at Green Valley, it is right next to the Pottery Barn. Very easy to find the location.
Okay. Well, they've got some free publicity out of this.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you said that, because we really are grateful for these businesses that are nearby, because we do bring in a lot of traffic, and so we're very mindful not to block people from getting into their stores and stuff like that. But they probably have to say to themselves, "Well, here they are again, the giving machines."
So now let's talk a little bit about the actual charities that you've selected, or worthwhile organizations. So, and let's start with downtown Summerlin. The first one you selected is Just One Project. Mm-hmm. Do you want to give us a little bit of information about what they do?
Yeah, the Just One Project is a marvelous organization that really helps take care of the needs of the youth in our community. And they have a comprehensive menu of programs, from making sure that food insecurity is taken care of to helping kids graduate and get the skills that they need to be successful in life. They're a marvelous organization. This is their first year to be with us, and their items in the giving machine by our request are all focused on food. And so if you're interested in helping the Just One Project, you can buy different meals and fresh produce and things like that will really benefit families.
Oh, that sounds like a very worthy cause. Might even reach out to them and see if they'll come on the program.
Oh, I'm sure they will. They're a great organization.
And then the next one's JFSA, the Jewish Family Service Agency.
That is
and
correct.
I'm assuming that's because they're a family service agency.
And they're for everyone. They're not.
Yes.
This is not restricted to a single denomination or anything. They're completely open to the public. Another wonderful social services organization that we're working with, and they have a wide variety of services that they provide for a wide swath of people. And so things in the giving machine that you could purchase that would be beneficial for them: a blood pressure cuff for somebody who needs to make sure that they can self-monitor. They have a chemo comfort basket to give to people who are going through difficult cancer treatments, eye exam and new glasses. And so they have some really wonderful things.
Health projects.
Yes.
A lot of the organizations have food and clothes, and there's nothing wrong with that, because we all need those as well. It's nice that they've branched out into health issues to help people, because nothing in health is cheap anymore, that's for sure. And then we've got Communities in Schools.
Yeah, Communities in Schools is a great organization that really helps students in low-income housing, or not low-income housing, but who come from a low-income genre, make sure that they have the services and the things that they need so they can be successful in school. And it can range from having a personal advisor at school that helps them through difficult times, to all the way when it's time for a student to graduate, to make sure they pay for his cap and gown so he has the ability to walk. But one of the things that they have in the giving machine that I especially love is the opportunity for somebody to make a donation, so that a student who's graduated from high school can go up to UNR, pay for the travel to UNR to see, is that a good fit for him to go, to pay for the application fees to other universities. And so we don't want finances to be a hindrance for students who want to succeed. And so this is a great program that we
Absolutely. Yes. You guys have done a wonderful job of picking up the organization.
Thank you.
And the next one you've got, as it happens, they're going to be our guest on next week's program.
Oh, wonderful.
Kelly Maxwell from Baby's Bounty. So they'll hear about, the viewers will hear about that program next week. But tell us a little bit so that...
Well, I think people know a little bit about Baby's Bounty because they have a robust program to provide diapers for people who can't afford them. And the things that they have in the Giving Machine are part of their expansion into other realms that are just as important. They're going to have things that, for example, somebody can buy an infant carrier for a family that needs one. We've heard stories about people who have a baby and they can't take the baby home until they have an infant carrier or a car seat in their car. Yes. So an infant carrier is one thing, a car seat is another, and then they also have a sleep and travel package so they can buy a little pop-up crib for people. These are great things that for young families who maybe are struggling with their financial circumstances.
It's a very, very worthwhile organization. And then the last one that's in downtown Summerlin or that services locally is Opportunity Village. And I think most of the Nevadans know about Opportunity Village, but why don't you give us a little bit of information for
they're
such newcomers to Las
they're
Vegas.
Such a great organization because they provide opportunities for adults with adult disabilities. And it's just marvelous the things that we're able to do with Opportunity Village. One of the simplest things that they have in their slots or a bus pass so that their clients can have a day out with friends, that they can just have a social opportunity. And Opportunity Village always has a Starlight Ball. It's a really significant event for the people who go to Opportunity Village. And one of the things that they can do is buy a ticket for somebody so that they can attend the ball.
Yes.
There's all kinds of things that are in the Giving Machine for them.
Yeah, they do amazing. And then in Green Valley, you've got different organizations. So
we do.
Start off with 3 Square, and again, I think most people know all about 3 Square, but for the newbies here in Las Vegas,
3 Square has always been the favorite organization that has been in the Giving Machine. Every year they bring in more food than any other organization. And we think that's fitting because we know that people who come to the Giving Machine are really looking out for someone else. And food insecurity is such a big problem. They really reach out to 3 Square and have a lot of confidence in the way that they distribute the food that they have. So 3 Square will be back again.
There you go. And Catholic Charities, I think they're similar in a way to the Jewish organization. They don't have the boundaries of their own religion. It's across the board.
Of course, Catholic Charities helps everybody in the community.
Yes.
And they also have a wide variety of programs that they do, but they've kind of narrowed down the things that are in the Giving Machine so that they're going to help some specific populations. One of them is the Meals on Wheels program for our senior citizens, and it's one of the greatest services that they provide. And included with an opportunity to donate to Meals on Wheels is an opportunity to purchase pet food for the pets that those seniors have at home. So animal lovers really kind of flock to this one because it's a great opportunity for them to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. That's probably not the right phrase for an animal lover.
Accomplished dual purpose.
There you go.
Yeah,
Thank
perfect.
you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Taylor. I appreciate that. Because they can make sure a senior is not lonely and also make sure that a dog or a pet of something has the food they need.
Yes. And there's somebody that will help you find the right words, will be Taylor Palmer, because the next organization is Spread the Word.
Yes.
So maybe you can tell us a little bit about Spread the Word, Taylor, and what your organization does.
Yes. So Spread the Word Nevada is a children's literacy nonprofit. We're the largest children's literacy foundation in the state of Nevada. So we distribute over 70,000 free books a month to kids attending 78 Title I or low-income elementary schools throughout the state. We're statewide. We're not just localized to Clark County, though this will serve Clark County. This campaign will, but we're also in Washoe County and Elko County as well. So we're really expanding our impact, and we provide different services and programs for kids, whether it's our Kids to Kids program where they each get to take home a book every single month of the school year, or our Breakfast with Books program, which is our family program. We also have our Books and Buddies, which is a one-on-one mentoring program for struggling readers. And then one of our newest programs, our Readers in Training training program, which is for babies age 0 to 5. So it's just really fun work to be doing, and great to see familiar names as well within the giving machines, a lot of whom are our partners in our programs and help keep the wheels turning. So, yeah.
Good.
You can see why they were selected.
Yes. And then you have Helping Hands.
Yes, it's actually Helping Hands of Vegas Valley. That's the full name of the organization. They're a unique organization that really focuses on helping senior citizens with low income who want to stay in their homes. And so one of the things that they do that just really intrigued me, that I thought was wonderful, is one of the items you can purchase in the giving machine is to help them with a minor project. So, for example, somebody has to have a plumber come in and just have the toilet fixed. This is a donation that would pay for that, so that they can stay in their homes and not have to be dependent on family or homes that they would have to go and live in. They're able to stay there. So we have, besides the minor home repairs, they have caregiver support, blankets, other things that are just as important.
Yes, that's cool. That's cool. And Safe Nest. I think most people know about Safe Nest, but too, for those that don't.
Yeah, Safe Nest is such an important organization to help those who suffer from domestic violence.
Yes.
And I'm sure people are aware that sometimes the people who utilize the services of Safe Nest need to leave in the middle of the night, taking only the clothes on their back. And so they go to a facility, and this is an opportunity for people to make donations that will help them specifically with the things that they need, from a one-night hotel stay where they can be safe and secure, to things that will help their children, school supplies, because all of a sudden the child has to go to school and nothing that he usually had with him is available. So it's a wide range of things that people can help with there too.
Yes, and Safe Nest, when people go there, domestic violence, sometimes if it's a woman, she's got to take the kids with as well. And
of course.
So those are all the organizations that you're helping out here in Nevada, and you do have some international organizations that you're supporting, and we'll talk about those in the next segment.
Excellent.
In the meantime, we're going to take a break and listen to our other sponsor. Please stay with us. We'll be back in a few moments.
As a proud sponsor of the Gift of Giving, Thomas Dermatology is deeply rooted in its Las Vegas community and is always looking for ways to give back and continue to serve patients of the Las Vegas Valley. Amidst the rapidly and ever-changing landscape of healthcare delivery, both nationally and locally, our singular focus on patient care has remained constant. We have grown responsibly, enabling our team of skincare experts to provide all the benefits of a large practice while maintaining the care and relationships that comes with a small, private, local practice. For patients with cosmetic interests, Thomas Dermatology has an extensive aesthetics department featuring a team of experts who provide cosmetic injections like Botox and dermal fillers, as well as a full suite of state-of-the-art lasers and med spa services. The newest addition to the clinic is a facial plastic surgery division, allowing us to treat the aging face more comprehensively. These services are complemented by our extensive inventory of skincare products, offering patients the necessary and evidence-based ingredients to improve and maintain the health and look of their skin at home. Thomas Dermatology strives to be a part of every step in the patient's journey to healthy skin. We look forward to welcoming you and your families.
I'd like to thank Thomas Dermatology for sponsoring this program too. I certainly appreciate all their care, professionalism, and help that they've given me over the years. They've certainly helped me out a lot. And I'd like to welcome back our guests, Joyce and Taylor, today. We talked about all the organizations, Joyce, that you've selected to help here in Nevada, but you do have an international segment too. So would you like to talk a little bit about what goes out to the international community?
There are three global
goats and chickens.
There are three global organizations that are included that have items included in the giving machine. One is called Church World Service, and from Church World Service this year, people can purchase chickens, they can purchase a beehive, they can purchase a goat, and they can purchase pigs. I know that those are fun items for, especially children really like those items. They want to buy a pig. They want to buy a goat. We did have someone last year who was concerned. I thought we were keeping the goats inside the vending machine. I'm not making that up. Of course, we don't do that, but we send the money directly to those global organizations, and those items are used or are given to communities in countries where the poverty is profound, and these make a huge difference to their livelihood.
Sure.
Another organization that we have is called Water Aid, and for Water Aid, we have the ability to purchase a community well for an organization, for a village, and a safe birth for a mother, providing water resources so that a birth for a mother will be in a much more safe place, or a solar panel. Those are things that are there. We have a third global nonprofit, and it's called the Clubfoot Solutions organization, which provides a non-surgical remedy for children born with club feet. It's a little bit like putting braces on your teeth, but it's putting braces on a child's foot so that it is gradually corrected. And there is a Henderson connection. Martin Egbert is one of the primary founders of the Clubfoot Solutions organization and has spent a good deal of his life helping children have access to this, and many heartwarming stories of children born in countries where they may have been beggars their entire life who instead have their lives turned around with Clubfoot Solutions.
Now these organizations, they're in both of your locations this year, right? They're in the Green Valley and in Summerlin.
That is correct. Now, I will tell you, the pigs aren't everywhere. If you want to buy a pig, you have to go to Green Valley. If you want to go to buy a goat, then you go to Summerlin.
Well, respectfully, they're not on the top of my priority list right now, but you never know, I might have a change of heart. Or...
Well, we do know that everyone likes to buy the chickens, and they're in both locations.
Yes, there you go. Okay. So, Taylor, let's go to you a little bit. You're obviously going to be the beneficiary of a fair chunk of money here.
Yes.
Has Spread the Word got... have they allocated these funds anywhere? Have they already got plans on what they're going to do with this money when they get it, even though you don't know the exact amount yet?
We do, yes. We've got 5 different things that we're going to be providing a preview into some of those, as you can buy new books for 50 families. You can buy one of our family activity boxes, which is really fun. That gets sent out directly through our Readers and Training program. We actually partner with Baby's Bounty on that program. And then as soon as they get enrolled, they get one of these cute little craft boxes that we've designed mailed right to them. I actually got the sweetest video of 2 little boys opening theirs up the other day, and I'm sitting on an airplane on my way to Seattle crying my eyes out watching the video. It still gets me every time. And you can also buy a set of storybooks to provide to a child. A lot of times with the kids that we're serving, they are really bound by the confines of their own neighborhood. Traveling is such a luxury. Traveling from North Las Vegas, East Las Vegas to Henderson is a luxury when you don't have a car or what have you. And so these kinds of books, these fairy tale books, or really any book, opens up so many different worlds to these children that they've never been exposed to and wouldn't be exposed to without the power and the magic of a good book. And you'll understand that as an author too. They really are life-changing. And so we've got a handful of things in there. You can do 2 new books all the way up to 50 new books. We've got some games in there as well for the families when they come to our Breakfast with Books program. We raffle off some games from time to time to encourage them to do their reading logs and all that fun stuff. So just lots of really great stuff, really enriching stuff, and items that really move the needle. Unfortunately, for Nevadans, we know education has never really been our strong suit. Hospitality is unmatched. Education needs to come up to that level. And so we're sitting at about 27% reading proficiency right now. So less than 1 in 3 kids can read proficiently, and that's just proficiently. That's not even well or, a great reader. So that's the bare minimum. And we just know we've got to get them reading proficiently, specifically by 3rd grade. That's really the big benchmark to alter, if you will, the course or trajectory of their lives, their educational journey, and get them graduating through high school. So we'll pick them up on the front end, CIS, Communities and Schools, grabs them, gets them through high school, all that good stuff. So lots of synergy in this as well, which is always really fun too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. it sounds like you're going to put that money to good use.
Yes, very good use, and it will go quickly too. So we're excited.
I'm sure it always does, doesn't
Yes,
it?
yes.
So I'm sure you're happy with your selection there.
When people apply, we ask them what types of items would they put in the giving machine, and that's part of the criteria that we use to make the selection. We really align with her mission, so we love what she's doing.
Perfect. Now, you mentioned that for next year, people have to apply. Is there a cutoff date, and what is that cutoff date? Do you know, or when do you start accepting applications?
In the spring, we generally start making people aware that applications are available. Anyone who's applied before, we send them a notification. The organizations that have been included in the giving machine, either currently or in the past, or sent a link to the application. And anyone who indicates between now and then that they're interested in an application, I keep a list of them and we send those out. And people can let us know about their interest by sending an email to lv.givingmachines@gmail.com. Excuse me. Gmail is not an org. And we keep track of that, and then in the spring we send those out. And they will have an application deadline on them because it varies depending on different things.
I'm sure.
We like
No, go ahead.
we like organizations to look for items that are between $5 and $250. And so people who come to the giving machine this year will see a $5 option, or perhaps a $7 option, or $10, so that's very affordable for young children who save their allowances. Or we have a lot of that too. Or somebody who would really like to make a larger donation who might buy a $250 item. And so we wide variety.
You've got across the board. Got for the wealthy and the little kids where they're $2 is a lot of money to them.
It's true.
So
it's true.
Sure. Well, I have a feeling that you're going to be hearing from some of the non-profits that I've been interviewing over the last few months. I'm sure they'll be reaching out to you once they're aware of this project, and I will make them aware of it too. So now, these machines that are in Green Valley and in Summerlin, when does the program start and when does it finish? Are they out there now, or?
The machines are live November 15th and will run through New Year's Day, so January 1.
Okay, so they've already been out for a few weeks.
Yes.
Yes. So, okay. What are the challenges that you find in your organization? Is it mainly selecting and narrowing down the beneficiaries? Is that the biggest challenge?
This is a joyous opportunity. Everybody who's engaged in it, whether it's a beneficiary, a nonprofit that we work with, or the volunteers who come and work with the Giving Machine, or the people on the Giving Machine committee that I work with, we love what we do. I mean, this is simply joy. That's all there is to it. It is hard to identify the nonprofits. One of the things that also is a great benefit for these charities that are in there is that 100% of the donation that's made by somebody goes directly to that nonprofit. There's no administrative fees taken out. The church pays for the giving machines, the advertising, all the costs of upkeep, and for all the materials. So it really is a great opportunity for a donor, somebody who wants to be certain that his donation is going to go directly to a charity that they believe in, that 100% of that money goes directly to that organization.
Yes, because I know that is a concern of so many people now. How much is actually going to go to the organization? How much is going to get lost in administrative expenses? I think you guys are doing an amazing job. Thank you so much for coming on this program today and sharing what you're doing. Hopefully that a lot of our viewers out there will go and seek out these giving machines, and again, downtown Summerlin and the Green Valley shopping mall. So hopefully some of you will go out there and contribute to some of these extremely worthy causes. I'd like to thank you both for being on the program today, Joyce Haldeman and Taylor Palmer from Spread the Word. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
And I'd like to thank John Stiles, the show's producer and the owner of WWDBTV, for allowing me to host this program. And I'd like to thank our sponsors, Thomas Dermatology and Joshua Darden of Lucia Capital Group, and my business partner for the last 25 years, RJ Champion. You'll hear his message at the end of this program. And I'd like to thank you, the viewer, for tuning in this week. If you've enjoyed it and you have any questions or comments, please reach out to me at stephen@thegiftofgiving.vegas. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you'll join us next week when our guest will be one of the beneficiaries of the Giving Machines. We're going to be having Kelly Maxwell, the CEO and Executive Director of Baby's Bounty. So I hope you'll join us then. Please stay safe, be kind to one another, have a fantastic week, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Stay safe.
Mr. R.J. Champion is proud to sponsor WWDB-TV's series, The Gift of Giving, and wishes the program much success. Congratulations and gratitude to the featured guests and the organizations they represent. Our community is well served by your tireless efforts to make Nevada a better state for all its residents.